And our first speaker will be Venerable Nyanisara Langara. So may I introduce you, the first speaker, brief biography. Venerable Nyanisara Langara is a senior lecturer in Mahavihara Forest Monastery, Yangon. He was born in 1995 in Minpya, Rakhine State, Myanmar. He holds the degree of Samanijo Sasanadaja Dhammacharya and BA Dhammavinaya. He had written 3 books, published several articles in Pali, Myanmar, English, in Buddhist University and NUM magazine. Currently, he is staying at Mahavihara Forest Monastery, Mobi Township, Yangon, Myanmar. So without wasting much your time, I would like to invite Venerable Nyanisara Langara to do your presentation. Please, the floor is now yours.
Good morning, everybody. I pay homage to the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, and I pay respect to all my senior Venerable, especially to the Oxford Sayadaw. I am Nyanisara Langara. I am the teacher, can be called a senior lecturer in the Mahavihara Forest Monastery in Mobi, Yangon. As I am a teacher in the Forest Monastery and educational institution, Mahavihara Forest Monastery is an educational institution. So I have to teach the many students Pali language, how to write the sentence in Pali, how to compose the Pali essay, etc. So mostly what the book I use in my teaching is Patata Menjusa, written by U Ho-sing. This dictionary is very helping us and me in the teaching of Pali language. As for me, he write 2 books. These 2 books are still assisting the many Pali teachers. Many Pali teachers till the present day. So I am interested in the biography of U Ho-sing. Who is U Ho-sing and what did he do in his life? So when I searched for his biography, I found a very rare document, very rare evidence. The first one is an article written by Min Yu. This is a very short introduction to U Ho-sing and his generous attitude. Min Yu highlight the generous attitude of U Ho-sing, and then I continue to seek some others documental records. So now this biography of U Ho-sing will be present in this conference. This is my introduction. So U Ho-sing is a well-known Pali lexicographer because he wrote and he combined the 2 significant dictionaries. The first one is Pali Myanmar Dictionaries, entitled Padata Minjusa. The second one is the Universal Burmese English Pali Dictionary. And then the very well-known Pali scholars like Pangong Sayadaw and others, very well-known Pali scholars in Myanmar, have to use these 2 dictionaries in his teaching and in his writing text. And then as the politicians when they teach, they used to these dictionaries and always have to keep these dictionaries on the desk. And then these two dictionaries now have been created as a mobile application, and these applications are on the handphones of every Pali student in the many university. But such a biography of U Hoxin is still remained unknown and hidden facts to the broader Pali Tibetan studies community. And what did he do also? Anonymous one in this situation. The biography, I will mention the family and education first. U Hoxin was born in the Pathin Township, Irrawaddy Division, in 1890 to U Bon Phang. He is a merchant and Doji Moon. So U Bon Phang, this name is not like a Burmese names. Maybe this is the Chinese name. And U Hoxin also, his name Hoxin, I think the Hox is the Chinese name. So it's assumed that Hoxin has Chinese ancestry. At the age of 8, his family moved to Yangon and continued to study ABM. ABM means the American Baptist School and St. Paul School. So his parents are Buddhist devotee, but he studied at the Christian school. And he received the scholarships for the achievements in the seventh grade. Seventh grade is the government examinations held by the government, and at the time when he passed the seventh grade, he can serve as a teacher in Myanmar. At the age of 19, he passed the matriculation examination held by Kolkata University, India, because at the time there is no university in Myanmar. And then he attended Rangoon College when he was 20. His major subjects are Pali, mathematics, and English. He graduated from Rangoon College at the age of 24. And then we will move on to his work. What did he do? When he was graduated from Rangoon College, the government officials offered him a prestigious position of township officer. Township officer is called Mu'o Yadu in Myanmar, but he denied it. I think he is not interested in the administration work, and so he chose the Pali Myanmar teacher in American Baptist College. And he worked at the High Court. He is a lawyer. He's also a lawyer, as well as he's a teacher. He is very interested in the languages, so he had to learn not only Burmese, English, but Pali and Chinese, Hindi as well. He is a lawyer, so he had to serve in the High Court, but at the same time, he combined the dictionary. He started the dictionary while serving as a lawyer. So we will check his journey to Pali Burmese dictionary, how he desired to write the Pali Burmese dictionaries. When he studied the Pali in Rangoon College for 4 years, he used the Pali English dictionary combined by Robert Cecil Sheeders. This is called R.C. Sheeders. I think this book may be a manual book and handbook in that university, because at the time there's no BDS dictionary. And this dictionary is earlier than a BDS Pali English dictionary. But when he used this RC Shirda's Pali English dictionary, he's not satisfied, because he cannot find some definition he come across in his Pali reading. So he want to write Pali English dictionary. Firstly, he want to write Pali English dictionary, not the Pali Burmese dictionary. But in the 1921, there appear PDS Pali English dictionary. So this PDS version is a very complete, and then so he gave up his desire to write Pali English dictionary. But in the 1937, the British Burma Fund Company buy the Hansawadi Press. This Hansawadi Press is owned by Mr. Ripley. Every items of this Hansawadi Press also bought by the British Burma Fund Company. At the time, British Burma Fund Company sold this Pitika's book at a very low price. And this Pitika's books bought by many students and many max teachers around the country. At the time, Uho Singh get a desire to write Pali Myanmar dictionary again. With such determination, he began compiling Pali Myanmar dictionary. After 12 years, passionate and dedicated work from 1940s to 1952, Uho Singh dictionaries appear. Pali Myanmar dictionary entitled Padetta Minjusa, containing 50,000 words. It is a remarkable point that Padetta Minjusa contains relevant Sanskrit words for Pali tongues. To write the Padetta Minjusa, he took 12 years. This is the remarkable point. After that, he faced the difficulties in publishing. Any press could not publish such the large dictionaries. Eventually, government press published 4 volumes. Siaji Uho Singh did not accept any honorarium. Honorarium is he denied any money for writing these dictionaries. Honorarium for his dictionary was accept the 10 books or each volume as the gift. It is known that writing a dictionary is not for many to help the Pali and Tibetica studies. Not only that, he bought some of his dictionaries, spending about 500 yen from his own pocket, and donated them to the appropriate Venerable Sayadaw. Now, Padetta Minjusa Pali Myanmar dictionaries has been compiled in a single volume. The photo here is the 5th edition, published by Pitaka Byuha Association. In 1983, the 2nd edition of Padetta Minjusa was published by Department of Religious Affairs. For 2nd edition, Siaji Uho Singh, age 93. When the 2nd edition was appear, Siaji was 93 years old. At the time also he denied it, honorarium. But also he donated copyright to Department of Religious Affairs. So we knew that Sayadaw dedicated and pensions work, pensions endeavors is not for him, not for him, but for the Pali and Tibetan studies. In March 2017, the fifth edition was published, Pitaka Pura. His another significance work was Universal Burmese English Pali Dictionary. 3 languages contains in one dictionary. He combined these dictionaries, and personally he managed Burmese Pali Dictionary. But he showed his books to Anisakan Sayadaw. Anisakan Sayadaw, most influential teachers of Sitiku Sayadaw, Dr. Nyalisara. But Anisakan Sayadaw did not appreciate this work. Burmese Pali dictionaries will not be very useful, Anisakan Sayadaw said. So he again he put the English entries and English definition into that dictionary. So Burmese English Pali Dictionary appears. It is like combining the 2 dictionaries. We can see the 1 dictionary, but it's like 2 dictionaries. Burmese to English and Burmese to Pali. And another one, English to Pali also we can see. This dictionary is also created then mobile application nowadays. And every students of the Pali language, every students of the Pali use this mobile application on their phones. Current dictionaries is estimated to contain around 16,000 entries and 1,166 pages. This is entries is assumed by the John O'Kell, British scholars. We cannot know exactly how words contained these books. We cannot know exactly, but John O'Kell estimated it may be around 68,000 entries. To be able to finish the confining dictionaries at the target time, he had to totally stop his job because at the time he was serving as a lawyer at the High Court. He stopped his work in the 1969. The dictionary is completed in the 1967. At the time, he was 87 years old. Duration of the combining this dictionary is 30 years long. First dictionaries took 12 years long. This dictionary took 30 years long. In publishing this dictionary also, any press could not publish his dictionary. So with his own money, he published this 1978. So let's discuss about the impacts of the Pali Burmese dictionary, his prose dictionaries on the Pali and Tibetan studies. Venerable Tilokasara is residing in the Phayaji Tai in Mandalay. He mentioned the pre and post emergent periods of Padetta Minjusa. Before Burma's independence, while reading canonical Pali text, commentary of Pali text, and sub-commentary of Pali text, Pali Atthakatha Tika, Venerable Tiloka Sayadaw struggled to understand certain Pali words because it is very rare to get an adequate dictionary. At the time, only few Pali dictionaries were available, such as Pinya Nejan by Mingon Myadong Sayadaw, Pali Abhidan Shok by Lady Pandita Umangji. But about the 1950s, Sayadaw raised about the 1950s, exactly is in 1954. The release of Badatta Minjusa by U Hosen was enthusiastically welcomed by the monks who are studying and teaching in Pali language. This highlights the pre and post emergence of Badatta Minjusa. How impacts was in on the Pali and Tipitaka studies. We will let's check another impacts of Pali Burmese dictionary. I say Pali Burmese dictionaries. So this is the Badatta Minjusa, the first dictionary. This is a Venerable Kumara, better known as the Pangong Sayadaw, who has the resident monks in the Mobi, Tadanawansang monastery. He praised these dictionaries by writing this. This dictionary contains the book's equivalent Sanskrit words, philological methods, transposing Pali words into Sanskrit.
Venerable, you have 5 minutes more.
Yes, thank you. So that some difficult Pali words and their diverse meaning could be clarified and exactly decide with the existence of Sanskrit Hindi dictionary. This is a very significant point because other Pali Burmese dictionary cannot give the Sanskrit equivalence. So we cannot know this exactly the definitions of the San Pali words. This is U Hosen dictionaries. I think this is the very remarkable point. We will move on the impacts of the Burmese English Pali dictionaries and Pali on the Tipitaka study. In the monastery educational centers, to write a sentence and essay, these dictionaries help us, the Pali teacher. Burmese to Pali and then Burmese to English available in this one single dictionary. Concerning impacts, the British scholars of Burmese language, John O'Kell, observed that this dictionary is one of the most ambitious dictionaries ever attempted because of very large. I think now Myanmar Language Commission in Myanmar published the Burmese English dictionary. This dictionary is smaller than U Hoxin one's. John O'Kell expressed his astonishment for U Hoxin Pali skills, saying, "I cannot tell how accurate the Pali equivalents are. I can only express astonishment and admiration for the way in which U Hoxin had formed and created, apparently without undue effort, Pali equivalents for such terms, because when we write, we are Pali teacher and Pali students as well as Pali students. When we try to translate Burmese words into Pali, we have the struggle, we have difficulties, but U Hoxin gave very easily. So how accurate his Pali equivalence, we cannot say. For example, United Kingdom, how should we translate this Pali word? We may be confused a little. But U Hoxin gave definite Pali equivalence for such anxiety, electrode, fragment, etc. This is a remarkable life account of U Hoxin. conclusion, may I conclude my presentation? U Ho Sing is a distinguished lawyer and Pali lexicographer from Myanmar. Is a Myanmar-born Pali lexicographer. His lexicographical works exemplify the selfless sacrifice for Pali younger generation. Another significant aspect of his legacy is an unwavering effort in investing his whole life lexicography, because first dictionaries took 12 years, second dictionaries 30 years old. Compared in total, he dedicated 37. Throughout his life, although he wrote 2 dictionaries, the whole life he wrote only two books, 2 dictionaries. But these 2 dictionaries are worth for his life. Thank you.
So may I invite Venerable Ajahn to take on the stage. So before his presentation, I would like to introduce a brief biography of Venerable Ajahn. He is a Buddhist monk from Rakhine State, the most western part of Myanmar. He was born in 1979 in Yatetaung and ordained as a monk at the age of 23. He obtained a Bachelor of Law from Sidway University in 2004 and a Master of Arts in Buddhist Studies from the Buddhist and Pali University of Sri Lanka in 2012. He earned his PhD in Buddhist Studies from the Postgraduate Institute of Pali and Buddhist Studies at the University of Kelaniya in Sri Lanka in 2017. At present, he is a lecturer at Mahavihara Dhammavinaya University in Morbi, Yangon, and a leading member of the Sangha Committee for the implementation of Rakhapura Buddhist University in Sidway, the capital of Rakhine State, establishing the Dhamma Culture Retreat Monastery in his native Yatetaung. Venerable Dr. Asingna has been teaching Buddhist knowledge and meditation to his community for 6 years. Currently, he is staying at 18 Mile Forest Monastery in Legu, Yangon. Venerable Sir, now the time is yours.
Thank you for introducing me to the audience, Venerable. Good morning, our most venerable auspicious hero, Venerable Sanghas, ladies and gentlemen. I am Venerable Dr. Asina. I represent Rakhabura Buddhist University in Sidway, Rakhine State. First of all, I would like to wish a happy birthday to our most venerable auspicious hero. May Hero live long life and continue to contribute greatly to strengthening and the academic culture of Buddhism in Myanmar and as well as in abroad. I am grateful to the conference committee as SBU for the opportunity to present my paper here, and I feel very honored to be part of the academic celebration of our most venerable auspicious, Professor Dr. Dhammasami, 68th birthday ceremony. As introduction, my conference paper is from Forest Dweller to Academia, the life of Mrao Sayadaw. I'm going to pronounce as Mrao Sayadaw in Arcanist accent. Actually, in Burmese, you can pronounce Miao Sayadaw, but I prefer to pronounce Arcanist essence Mrao Sayadaw. As well, you see in my paper. As is well known, the life of a Burmese monk traditionally begins with the study of Buddhist texts and he would try to complete and his monastic, basic monastic education as far as possible, as quickly as possible, so that he can proceed with his study to achieve some degrees. And however, only a handful of Burmese Buddhist monks retreat to the forest for years to seek a complete solitude and a deeper understanding of Dhamma or deeper insight. However, every Burmese Buddhist, every Burmese meditation masters has followed this tradition. But this tradition is very very deep rooted, but infrequent practice among the Burmese monks. Mrao Sayadaw, a contemporary Burmese Buddhist master, meditation master, is no exception in this case. Here, I'm going to the paper actually seeks to understand the life of a meditation master of a modern era from some perspectives. Certain perspectives. I'm going to include Sayadaw's early life, monastery training, intensive meditation training, teaching personnel, Sayadaw's interest in academia, and Sayadaw's influence on dana practice. And of course, I will conclude my presentation. Sayadaw was born on September 2, 1959 in Mai. Mai was once a village, but now Mai became a rural township. Sayadaw became a novice at the age of 15, but left the order after several months and reordained as Buddhist monk and in 1978. Amazingly, on his first day of his ordination, Sayadaw practiced his mindfulness of breathing meditation for about 6 consecutive hours. And here I will include some point of some relationship with his mother and Sayadaw. And it is said that Sayadaw's family became settled and secure when he was born. So Sayadaw's mother had a particular love or affection to his lucky son. So it's very he has a profound love to his son, but on the other hand, Sayadaw wants to leave and his family to become a monk. Sayadaw's mother's it is reported that Sayadaw's mother's worried about his complete renunciation of worldly life. So so it's a Sayadaw recounted that his mother often asked a girl she hoped would be her daughter-in-law to visit monastery and engage him in conversation when offering him something. And this is very interesting. We never have experience like this. And after this encounter, Sayadaw vowed never to return to lay life and inform his mother that he had relinquished all his inheritance to his family. And as a monastery trainee, Sayadaw went to Rangoon for scripture study, but here also he had to return to Mai at his mother's request because her mother's desperately wanted to meet his son, and so Sayadaw had to continue his study in Jiaopyu. Jiaopyu is a township in Rakhine State. Is relatively near to his hometown, Mai, rather than Rangoon. While he was studying in Jiaopyu, Sayadaw also joined meditation retreats of Mahasi and Mogul Meditation Center in Yangon. He completed all the levels of Dhammasami monastery examinations, that is basic monastery educations. After that, Sayadaw never wants to study. Sayadaw reported that he had previously suffered from a specific form of heart disease and subsequently developed a stomach illness. So Sayadaw was determined to commit himself to meditation, as he contended that a Buddhist monk must either engage in the study of scriptures or actively pursue spiritual development. So Sayadaw continued intensive meditation training in some forests. This include Naraning, Chautan, and December Sempon Toya in Bago, Mula Menguan in the Tone, Mazin Toya in Ye, and Dhammasaja Toya in Dawei, and Min Maya Shang Toya in Laolong. And he stayed in the forest or some cemeteries adhering to the extra accepted practices, Dutanga. And of course, when he practiced meditation in some cemeteries, it is said that he has experienced unpleasant smells and visualizing various forms in his thought. And of course, he even experienced some forests haunted by fierce spirits and wild animals. After intensive meditation training, Sayadaw established some monasteries or his meditation centers. The first one is in Mrau in 1988. Yerana Forest Meditation Center at his main monastery of Yerana Seu in Mrau in 1988. And in 2004, Sayadaw founded Yerana Forest Meditation Center in Yangon, the largest city of Myanmar, and in 2016 in Mandalay and Myawaddy. There are 3 more centers in Rakhine State, one in Chauto and another one in Setwe, and the last one in Mai, his native land. So altogether, there are 7 meditation centers which is operated under the instruction of Sayadaw. And Sayadaw also founded has founded some Dhamma center abroad. Dhamma center in Fresno, Buddha, Tokyo, and Chicago. Here's the photo of Dhamma center in Fresno. And this one is this one is in Buddha. Regarding with his teaching Vipassana, actually I researched his this paper very independently, and I, as a researcher, I had the opportunity to ask Sayadaw and with his regarding with his meditation teaching, but I didn't do that. I listened to his Dhamma talk, and I read some piece some of piece work written by Sayadaw, and I practice meditation, listening to Sayadaw Dhamma talks, and I read this paper. So I have never a direct experience from the Sayadaw. So I just do myself by reading, by listening, by meditating through his Dhamma talks. So I think Sayadaw was inspired by the meditation method of Somogo Sayadaw, a widely respected master. And when you listen to his Dhamma talk, you will see that in his meditation retreat, meditators have to start with the mindfulness breathing meditation, and after 10 or 20 minutes you are requested to observe the mindfulness of the mind, Saityanupassana. And after maybe 30 minutes or so, Sayadaw will instruct his meditators to focus mindfulness of feeling, Vadananupasana. And during the meditation session, Sayadaw always reminds the meditators to keep their minds calm and happy. And I think this is innovative instructional talks during meditation sessions.
You have 5 minutes more.
Okay, thank you. And Sayadaw employs several methods to help the meditators stay calm and focused. He used, for example, noticing a raising, falling of abdomen, hallmark of Mahasi tradition. He also used counting breaths, focusing the mind on belly, chest, fontanel, and heartbeat, etc. I think Sayadaw prefers sharing his knowledge in freer and broader manner, and by using several methods. For example, if he use the rising and falling of the abdomen if he became a mogul meditation master, I think he's not allowed to use the rising and falling of abdomen of the Mahasi method. So I think so. So I think he prefers sharing his knowledge in freer and broader manner. Sayadaw always said that whatever you use to get concentration, to what method you use is not important, but every method which is conducive to concentration is good. And the first stage of insight knowledge, when we get the first stage of insight knowledge, and known as Uriyabhaya Jnana, we are the same. So Sayadaw had a broad-minded approach to Burmese meditation community, valuing every technique and using them as necessary. Why Sayadaw became popular? And I think this is very important to know. I think Sayadaw's social rhetoric around meditation is the main thing, and why he become popular. And genuine attentiveness to meditators through instruction thoughts is also another significant factor. And Sayadaw always demonstrates great diligence in his work, regardless of his health, and remains loyal to his lay devotees, and never denies the invitation to attend a meditation program or visit a sick lay devotee. And of course, a devotee to social networks for sharing his teaching is also very significant in his achievement. He has some photos. And ability to express his vision through social rhetoric is also Sayadaw's influence on dana practice. And lay people visiting primarily to make donation. This is unique to him. And spending years in forest monastery, tirelessly, teaching Upasana to the laity has traditionally earned him admiration. Okay, I will make short. And this is some project of Sayadaw, social, a walk, Mahamoni, historic temple of Mahamoni. Sayadaw spent billions of chats on this project. And this is Rakapura Buddhist University, which is constructed under the leadership of Mrau Sayadaw. And this is eye hospital. And this is some schools donated by Sayadaw as a social work. And Sayadaw always plays a leading role in helping victims. And he could be considered as the first Burmese meditation master who engaged in such a social work. Of course, founding a Buddhist university is can be seen the highest form of social welfare, and it marks the successful culmination of his social contributions. And Sayadaw's also interested in academic work, actively creating an academic community. The term academia in this title of this paper, we may Of course, Sayadaw is not contributing any academic work to the world Buddhist literature, but he is actively creating an academic community. So in this sense, we use the term academia in the title of this paper. And implementing monastic education at his monastery, where hundreds of monks and novices study here, is also his interest. Show his interest in academia. There's a library with multimedia classroom. It's also being constructed in his monastery. This is an unusual and remarkable action for a meditation master. Conclusion. If you read my paper, you will see the mutual support between spirituality and scholarship of Sayadaw and his intensive Vipassana practice, which equipped him with the competence to teach meditation, in turn made him renowned and enabled him to broaden his work. And ironically, he receives substantial contributions for his religious and social activities. And we should not underestimate extra accepted practices of Buddhist monks, which can give us strength to face challenges. And Sayadaw, we found that Sayadaw has the utmost confidence in his good character and clear conscience. Fearlessness appears to foster his creativity in Dhamma teaching and managing all branches of meditation centers, including the Buddhist University. Thank you.
Dr. John Mintin, who will be speaking on the topic of reviving authentic Buddhism, the endeavors of King Manrajagri in Arakan. So I would like to invite a speaker to the stage. Before his presentation, I would like to introduce his brief biography. Dr. John Mintin completed his postgraduate study at SOAS University of London and earned his Doctor of Philosophy from the National University of Singapore and US. He has worked as a project in charge at Egoli Francis, the Extreme Orient EFEO, and later served as the lead researcher for the Beach EICX Research Initiative. Additionally, he worked as a national expert for the UNESCO World Heritage nomination of Mrau. He has held position as a teaching and learning specialist at Morgun International Education Group and as a lecturer at Shan State Buddhist University. Sayaji, now the time is yours, please.
Thank you very much. On this auspicious celebration of the 60th birthday of the most venerable Oxford Sayadaw, I would like to say thank you very much to the founder and Rector Sayadaw, Venerable Professor Dr. Kamai Dhammasami. And I would like to say thank you very much to all the venerable monks, to all the professors of SSPU, the lecturers, the teachers, the staff and the volunteers, the students, the distinguished guests, and ladies and gentlemen. The title of my presentation is Reviving Authentic Buddhism, the Endeavours of King Manrajagri in Arakan, 1593 to 1612 of the Common Era. First of all, I would like to say that King Manrajagri in Arakanese is pronounced as Minyazaji in Burmese. So, for the convenience of our audience, I would like to use Minyazaji for the name of this king throughout my presentation. In this presentation, I will explore the role of King Miyazaki in revitalizing of Buddhism in Arakan by using the chronicle Miyazaki Saden, or MRCT, as the primary source. I will also discuss the significance of Miyazaki Saden in the Arakanese historiography. This is the statue of King Miyazaki, located at the famous Shitong Temple in Mrau City. The Miyazaki Saden, or MRCT, is a palm leaf manuscript located at the National Library of Myanmar. It consists of 42 palm leaves with 8 lines of text on each leaf. The title of the chronicle, Miyazaki Saden, signifies a record of ancient traditions and regulations attributed to King Miyazaki and the earlier kings in Arakan. The chronicle was written by the minister Mahasayathin on the request of King Miyazaki during the 17th century. It was written in 1602. The chronicle not only reflects the historical context of Arakan, but also serves as an important document for understanding the interplay between the authority and the reform of Buddha Sasana in Arakan. 20 years ago, in 2003, Dr. Jack Leiter and myself translated this chronicle into English and French. And this paper is based on those translation works done by myself and Dr. Leiter. Miyazaki ascended to the throne of Arakan around 1593, after the death of his father, King Minphalang. Under Minphalang's rule, the Arakanese kings expanded their territory, including the port city of Chittagong in what is now Bangladesh. Miyazaki also seized the city of Handlawadi, or Bako, in Lower Myanmar. In addition to his military campaigns, King Miyazaki made significant efforts to promote and strengthen Buddhist practices and the Buddhist institutions in the region. One of his notable achievements was that the enlargement of the Andothain ordination hall, which was intended to put the tooth relic of the Buddha, which was said to be brought from Sri Lanka. This relic became a symbol of religious significance and a focal point for Buddhist dedication in Arakan. Miyazaki also dedicated a new ordination hall at the Mahamuni Temple in 1609. This dedication not only enhanced, but also reflected King Miyazaki's commitment to Buddha Sasana as an integral part of the Arakanese identity and the governance. Throughout these initiatives, King Miyazaki aimed to revitalize and strengthen Buddha Sasana in Arakan, ensuring that they remained a central element of the kingdom's cultural and spiritual life. His efforts contributed to the preservation and the promotion of Buddhism in the region. This presentation will focus especially on the religious activities during the reign of King Miyazaki, as traced in the Miyazaki Saden, or the MRCT Chronicle. There are a total of 15 chapters in the MRCT Chronicle. The Miyazaki Saden. So I will only focus the main points related to Buddhism in this outline. So the first 3 chapters outline the legendary history of Arakan prior to Lord Buddha's arrival to the city of Dhammasami. Chapter 4 details the orders of King Sandasurya Diptit of Dhammasami concerning the taxation, military organization, court appointments, the roles of Brahmins, and the division of the Sangha into the Arinyavadi and Gamavadi monks. Chapter 9 presents the royal orders related to the responsibilities of the governors and ministers, the duties of the court Brahmins and the royal service groups, and the regulations for the Kamawati monks. Chapter 14 focuses on King Miyazaki's reign, including his suppression of a revolt in Chittagong and a military campaign against Bago in 1598. Upon returning from Bago city, the king initiated a purification of the Sasana, reorganized the royal service groups, and issued orders concerning taxation, administration, as well as the duties of the court Brahmins. Chapter 15 comprises a series of questions posed by King Miyazaki about the religious beliefs and practices, along with the responses from the minister Mahasaya Dane and an Arinyawati monk by the name of Venerable Dhammasami Sayadaw of Arakan. At the Miyazaki Sadan, MRCT presents a clear dichotomy between the Kamawati and Arinyawati monks, reflecting the deep-rooted tensions within the Arakanese Buddhist monasticism. The Kamawati monks are portrayed negatively, depicted as lazy or shameless peoples, and often accused of deviation from the strict observance of the Vinaya. They are characterized as monks who reside within villages, partaking in the daily lives of the lay people, sharing meals and engaging in communal activities. This lifestyle suggests a blending of the monastic and lay practices, which the Arinyawati monks vehemently opposed. Conversely, the Arinyawati monks are depicted as the guardians of the monastic discipline, adhering closely to the Vinaya and maintaining a life of seclusion. The chronicle describes them as engaging in the Tisivore practice, which involves wearing a single set of 3 robes, a symbol of their commitment to asceticism. This term reflects not only their physical appearance, but also their spiritual aspirations, as they are viewed as those who strive to live apart from the distractions of the layman life. The division between the two groups is underscored by the use of the distant terminology. The Arinyawati monks are referred to as Tangador, denoting their revered status as the members of the Sangha, while, on the other hand, the Kamawati monks are simply called as Kamawati Yahan. So, the honorific specification Tor or Sangador is only used for the Arinyawati monks, not for the Kamawati fellows. This linguistic choice highlights the Arinyawati monks as the rightful followers of the Buddha's teachings. King Miyazaki emerged in the chronicle as a pivotal figure in the effort to revitalize the Buddha Sasana in Arakan. His reign is marked by a clear commitment to restoring the purity of the monastic community and the teachings of the Buddha. The narrative emphasizes the king's role as a protector of the Sasana, tasked with the responsibility of enforcing the discipline among the monks who failed to adhere to the Vinaya. Venerable Dhammasami Sayadaw of Arakan, the king's spiritual advisor, underscores the duty by reminding the king that even the Buddha could not discipline those monks who deviated from the rules. Miyazaki's actions against the Kamawati monks in the MRCT Chronicle illustrate his determination to uphold the rightfulness of the Sasana. The king is depicted as taking measures such as arresting and tattooing the fake monks, which means the Kamawati Yahans, demoting their status and assigning them to various royal service groups, such as the elephant and horse guards. This approach not only asserts his authority as the king, but also seeks to diminish the influence of the Kamawati monks, whom the king viewed as a threat to the religious order. A significant aspect of King Miyazaki's revitalization efforts includes a thorough revision of the Buddhist scriptures, recognizing the dangers of rereading texts and the proliferation of the counterfeited scriptures. The king initiated a project to ensure the authenticity of the Tipitaka, drawing from a complete set brought from Sri Lanka. This historical commitment to preserving the purity of the Buddhist texts aligned with the tradition of his ancestors, who had similarly sought to obtain the original scriptures to maintain the authenticity in their religious practices. The Miyazaki Southern Chronicle presents a complex narrative that illustrates the ongoing struggles between different monastic traditions and the crucial role of the king in upholding the integrity of the sasana. Through the depiction of the Kamawati and Arinyawati monks, the MRCT Chronicle reveals a broader themes of discipline, legitimacy, and the need for a virtuous ruler to ensure the flourishing of Buddhism within the kingdom of Arakan or the kingdom of Rakhine. King Miyazaki's revitalization of the Buddha Sasana stands as a testament to the intertwined nature of the governance and the religious adherence in the historical context of Arakan or the Rakhine Kingdom. Thank you very much for your kind listening, and thank you very much indeed. I make a short presentation due to time constraint. Thank you.